decided I'm no longer gonna do those intros. Like when you leave, dude, it's such a pain in the ass. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta record that thing. And then I like go and I do it like a day or two after, and I'm like, fuck, what do we talk about in the intro? Damn, so like that's why like last episode I was writing down what we were talking about as we were talking about it, just so I could say it or whatever. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop doing those. Yeah. We're live now though. So if you're watching this, I'm not doing those damn intros anymore. I thought it was gonna be like cool. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do those so we can be like, oh, welcome to the FOEcast or whatever. But now, I don't know, because every podcast I listen to like is always structured differently. Like everyone's unique and like I feel like I was trying to mock like Mind Pump, low key. They do the intros and it's like I don't really want to do those. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah. Maybe like further down the road if it's like when we sound like professional or something like that. But like I feel like now we should just like it should just be normal because we're just like bullshitting. Yeah. My head's cut off a little bit. I gotta be shorter.
You're gonna be small. You're gonna be my size.
All right, I'm just gonna bend my knees a little bit, dude. I low-key want to sit right now, and I hate that we have this set up so we're standing. But then again, I'm already standing like on my fucking feet all day. But anyways. I picked Cubes up and we haven't talked about a damn thing yet because now we're getting quiet. We're getting in the habit of not talking to each other until we hit record. So that's a good thing though. We got a lot to talk about. It's been like what has it been like a week and a half or something since we recorded last?
About like a week and
or like a week. I think at least a week, whatever it was. Yeah. So I got a fucking lot of shit to talk about, dude. First of all, I didn't want to talk about this, but like it kind of was bugging me earlier. Yeah. What are your thoughts on like the whole thing going on in Afghanistan right now? So I'm just curious. I'm just curious what your political views are on it. Like I'm not a very like political guy. Like I really could give a fuck less what other people's like. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions and stuff like that, but it hits home with me like what's going on there because my dad served.
Yeah, so it's definitely
But like, what do you think about it?
Honestly, we've been there for over like 20-something years, right, though? It was something like that, yeah. But we've been there for a long time.
It's like 20 years, yeah.
Some of those pictures, though, were graphic, though. Like, the people are like...
I stay away from the news and shit like that. Yeah. I keep in tune with what's going on to an extent, but I don't like watching the news. I hate the news. It's all fucking inflated with bullshit.
Everything's bad, yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess, like... It was time. I mean, I don't know. I mean...
Time. It's too late, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I mean, but, like, I guess, you know, how people were saying, like, you know, you ask some people, they'll be like, oh, we were over there for as long... Like, it seemed like at one point they were almost just, like, using us for...
yeah, well, clearly like, they were because the moment we pulled out, they were just like, all right, and they gave up.
Yeah. So,
like,
I mean...
What the fuck was that, like, 20 years of trying to build your military for then?
That's what, like, you know, that's what one of our things was, just to help them with their military, and not even just that, but, like, everything and stuff, like, medical stuff, built, like, we were
focusing on their country more than we were focusing on ours.
Pretty
much.
It shows.
It shows.
It definitely does, yeah. I thought, I mean, like you said, like, it was probably time, but I mean, like, I know...
It sucks, like, this is like, why it literally, like, the other day, like, obviously, excuse me, I'm drinking some carbonated shit, but, the other day, like, obviously, this is all over the news and stuff, I was just, like, watching, I was reading the subtitles at work, and, like, I was just like, holy fuck, and it just, like, made me really emotional, because... And, like, stuff like this never, like, affects me at all. But, like, this, like I said, like, my dad served. And I reached out to him because I was like, damn, like, I hope my dad's okay, like, with everything that's going on. Because, like, you don't know how that's affecting, like, soldiers and stuff mentally. Yeah. Like, my dad was in the Army and he served for a while. I think, like, 6 years. And he did, like, 2 or 3 tours. And he's lost people. And, like, that's the big thing is the fact that, like, my dad was out there to help them. And it feels like... The 6 years he was out there, it didn't matter at all. It's like what he did out there didn't matter. It was literally pointless to be out there. Yeah. And the fact that like all these people like lost their lives, lost limbs, all this shit like that, it was for nothing. Like absolutely nothing. No, it's like you fucking lost your leg for no reason. It really like And I highly recommend like if you're listening to this, like obviously this is going to be uploaded like a while like down the road from when this is all occurring, but. Like, reach out to people you know that are veterans and have served and check up on them because it's definitely, like when I hit my dad up and I talked to him about it, he was like, because he's not very emotional like that either, like when it comes to stuff like that. But he was like, yeah, like I didn't think this would affect me as much as it is, but like I've talked to all my army buddies and stuff, and they're all feeling the same way in it, because it just feels like they literally were, what they were doing out there was pointless. And that's why it just sucks.
It does. No, it's especially if, I mean, like if you're in the military, or you have a dad that served and stuff. That's even
my
more,
dad missed my first birthday because he was in Afghanistan.
Yeah, see, so
it's like that's fucked.
He
was trying to help people and stuff, and it's just pointless.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that stuff is like
yeah, I don't want to get too in depth.
Yeah, I try not to like watch. I mean, like it's good to like know what's going on and stuff, but that stuff is just like that just drains like that like the good energy out of me.
You know what I noticed is everything on the news like. In the past, like 3 or 4 years, it's all negative. There's no more positive news.
No, there's never good things on it.
There's no like, like this kid beat cancer anymore. It's nothing like that anymore. It's all like, our president sucks, or like the shit that's going on in Afghanistan.
Yeah, dude.
And I don't know if you know like what just happened, but like the bombings that just happened out in the airport.
Oh no, I didn't know.
In Kabul or Kabul, I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, the airport. Terrorist attacks on the airport. Four Marines died and 3 are injured right now. It's fucking
crazy, bro.
Yeah, and I think and it wasn't the Taliban. I believe it was ISIS. It has something to do with ISIS. They're taking credit for it. It's like a branch of ISIS. I'm not sure like what it is. But like I said, like I try to like not watch the news, but I can't help seeing like the fucking headline in the white, and it's like 4 Marines dead, 3 injured after bombing. Like it's like what?
Yeah, it's fucking. Dude.
And that's kind of the shit like we were talking about last episode. It's like that's kind of what makes me want to serve. I'm like like people out there like doing like God's work out there, and like no one's getting praised for it. No, it sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get out of this. This isn't like a political podcast. But dude, so on my break at lunch, like when I take my break at lunch, this is there was no segue there, but like I just have a list. Like every time something happens, I just like write it down. I'm like, we'll talk about that in the podcast. But I usually like my break is like 30, 45 minutes, like however long I'm feeling or whatever. Like my boss is pretty lenient, so she doesn't care.
That's cool, yeah.
And I usually like will eat my lunch in my car while I'm listening to a podcast, and then I'll just recline my shit back and I'll take a little nap for like 15, 20 minutes. And today I was taking a nap, and like I flinch a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know. It has something to do with like people like who lift and stuff like that, who lift often and are like super like how like.
Is it like
people who exercise? Like it's your muscles. Your muscles are trying to
just, like
recover.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes like a nerve will like move or something like that.
I've always wanted that. I always wanted to look it up and stuff, but like that's funny.
Yeah, my girlfriend was like, "Oh, it's because you like work out and stuff like that." So I looked up it, and it was
no
true.
Shit, that's good. That's cool to learn that.
Yeah, so I twitch a lot in my sleep and stuff like that, and sometimes it wakes me up. But I bit my tongue while I was in my car today. I don't know why, but I think I was like subconsciously dreaming about eating. Cause I'm in a deficit right now, so I think I low-key was like dreaming about eating, and I just was like, and it just bit my tongue like while my mouth was closed, and I woke up and I was like, ow! I was like, why the fuck did I just bite my tongue in my sleep?
Dude, that's one of the worst things to do, man.
Yeah, it was very weird and odd. But after work, when I come home, here's something cute for you. I come home nowadays, and I didn't do it today because I wanted to jump right into this podcast, but I'll come home and I'll sit upstairs with my dog Thea, and I'll pet her for like 10, 20 minutes. Like I'll just chill on the couch and like relax and be like, oh, I'm home, so let's like wind down a little bit. And she's become accustomed to it, so she'll just like, I'll walk in the front door and she'll jump on the couch and start wagging her tail like he's about to come sit down and pet me. I actually feel bad that I didn't do it today, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, so I'm right now. I am still going through phase 2 of the Live Hard program. And I decided to like cut while I was on it because I was like I said, like in previous episodes, I was struggling with like binge eating and stuff.
Yeah.
And I also talked to my doctor. And,
oh, you did? Yeah.
Yeah. So my current cut, like right now, like on phase 2, I'm in a like 500 calorie deficit. So my maintenance is like 3,100 calories around there to like maintain like 205, 210, like somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I weighed in yesterday at 203.3 or something like that. So 3 weeks in, I'm down 7 pounds. Or something like that. Yeah, so it's not bad. Yeah. Obviously, that first like 5 pounds like water weight because I was like binging and stuff, eating too much. But I'm looking better, and I got a nice ass compliment from my girlfriend yesterday.
Hey.
So I walk in the room after my shower, shirtless, and she was like, "Babe," I was like, "What?" She was like, your chest is like getting
out?
bigger. Yeah. I was like, it's not getting bigger. I'm just getting leaner. So like it looks bigger. You know what I mean? It's like that's all it is. But yeah, I feel like I like this cut is like different from all my other cuts because I know what I'm doing now. I'm not starving myself and I'm training efficiently and not overtraining and stuff like that. But I'm also like moving more and stuff. So
like a balance.
Yeah,
like,
I'm eating more and still losing, but losing at a steady pace rather than losing like 2-3 pounds a week.
Yeah.
Like I was when I was eating fucking 1,700 calories. But I'm eating like 2,500 right now. And that's like an estimate because sometimes I'll like have like a little bit of like extra Greek yogurt at night or something like that.
Yeah.
And like obviously I don't track like my low calorie sauces and dressings and stuff like that. So that will add up probably about 100 calories. So realistically like somewhere around 2,500 to like 2,700 is where I'm at. And yeah, I'm losing weight efficiently. I'm starting to get hunger because now I'm like 3 weeks in, so I'm starting to get pretty hungry. But I only got like a week left in the program, or like 2 weeks left, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I believe. So I know I'm gonna have a cheat day because for my birthday, me and my girlfriend are planning it. We're gonna hit a restaurant for like every fucking meal.
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
That's actually pretty fucking sick.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah. And I don't do cheat meals or cheat days often, so like. I'm gonna go all out, and then I'll go right back on track. I'll get back into a deficit for like the remainder of the month of September. So I'll probably like go back to like what I'm doing now or whatever. So after the binge, I'll get right back into a deficit. It'll kind of be like not the binge, but the cheat meal. I just called it a binge because that's basically what it's gonna be. It's a glorified binge. That's all cheat days are. But yeah, it'll be fun. And hopefully, like, start losing weight a little bit after that. And then I'm going to hire my coach for October. October, I want to talk to him before, like, to, like, see what his plan is and what, like, make sure, like, our goals are aligned. So I want to, like, maintain my weight. Whatever the end weight is, like, after this cut, I want to maintain it for the month of October. And then we can go into a surplus and go into, like, a little bit of a bulk. For like November, December, January. And then we'll do the 4-month prep and schedule a show that's 4 months out. So
that's cool.
That's what I want to do. But like depending on what he wants to do, I might start bulking in October and like start cutting again in like January or something like that. It might be like a month. But I want to do a maintenance phase because I've never done one before. And that's like the hardest thing to do is just like maintain a weight for like a month. And it's like, because I've been like constantly cutting and trying to lose weight and get leaner that I've never like took the time to be like, all right, I look good, I feel good, let me just like eat a little bit more and then just like enjoy life and not be like so stressed out about like trying to get leaner and stuff like that. So I don't know. And maintenance phases are like so important because like think of it this way: is I heard this in a podcast the other day. People will like cut and then they'll bulk right away, and it kind of doesn't make any sense because then your body's like not used to being whatever that low weight was. So then you're just gonna bulk and cut, and you're just gonna kind of like look like the same. You know what I mean? Like you need to like give your body a chance to like adapt to being at that weight and at that like level of body fat for a while, and then you bulk. So then when you cut down, your body's already used to being that. It's like creating a new baseline.
Yeah, is that why like people like they bulk during like the winter and stuff? And then, like, when it comes to the summer, they cut. Yeah. And then, like, the whole summer.
But, like...
what's, like, the month that you stop cutting, would you say? Like...
That's the thing. People transition right into a cut. And, like, they do cut, bulk, like that. When it should be cut, maintenance, bulk. Cut, maintenance, bulk.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's just, like, a little intermission of where you just, like, maintain whatever that end weight was, because like people will like go on a cut and then once the cut's over they'll just like start eating mad food again, and it's like they just gain all the way back. It's like it kind of like it doesn't make any sense to me anyways. I'd rather like maintain the weight so my body gets used to it, create that baseline, adapt and then you don't have to go all out and go crazy and stuff and stress out. So that does make sense though for you. Oh, it's a hot one today.
Oh my god, it's been hot the past.
My ice is already melted. I'm kind of pissed, and I'm sweating tits right now. I'm always sweaty as fuck when we do this podcast. It's hot as fuck in this basement, guys. You see the new Spider-Man trailer?
Oh my god, dude!
Did you see it?
I can't wait for that movie, dude. That shit
Spider-Man is. I think we talked about this last episode when we were talking about superheroes. My favorite superhero ever. Those original, like, 2002, 2004, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, those original movies were, like, my favorite movies growing up.
Who's your favorite villain in it?
Doc Ock is is fucking like Spider-Man 2 was literally the best like superhero movie ever. Like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like that is like one of the OGs. Is so great.
It's like
the storyline, the villain, everything was just like fucking perfect about it. So that's awesome that he's coming back and along with the other villains and stuff like that. So I saw a thing today, which which I expected to. I literally predicted this. I said like, oh, when that trailer drops, it's gonna be this movie is like gonna be way bigger than Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame.
They said that, yeah. I saw something. Oh, for real?
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna fucking break the box office again.
Yeah,
but I saw that it is the most played. And this, all right, put this in perspective. It's a teaser trailer. It's not even like the official trailer yet. It was just like a tease, like just to show us like a little bit about the plot.
Yeah.
As opposed to like an actual trailer shows like the whole thing.
Did you hear actually how like it kind of like came out? Like it wasn't even supposed to come out, I guess, because Tom Holland
showed it at CinemaCon.
Yeah.
And then
Tom Holland
someone else leaked it. Someone that went to CinemaCon like recorded it.
Oh.
But it was really shitty and Sony like deleted it and like wasn't letting anyone share. And then they were like, fuck it, we'll just drop it. So then they dropped it.
Oh, no shit, okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So I saw that it is now the number one played trailer in 24 hour span, like the number one viewed. It has the highest views in 24 hours.
That's pretty insane.
It beat Infinity War. Infinity War was number one, and Endgame was number two, or vice versa. And this one beat. Guess this is the difference, bro. The Endgame, whatever the one was before the Spider-Man trailer dropped, had 289 million views. The Spider-Man one had 355 million.
What the fuck?
Just like, phew, it just zoomed past it. But if you guys haven't watched that trailer yet, go fucking watch it. It's gonna be fucking an amazing movie.
I think it's gonna come out in December, right?
Yeah,
like,
it comes out December
Christmas.
17th. Bro, I'm booking my tickets in November, dude.
I hope they don't like pull that crap that like they do, because I guess like they have to like one of the movies that's coming out with the I forget what's it called, like with the dude from that is like with Doctor Strange. One of the guys, like it's his like own movie.
Oh, Shang-Chi.
Yeah, like
I'm going to see that soon. That comes out the 3rd.
Yeah, make sure you watch the end, like the credits scene, because there's
I
something.
always do, bro. You know who you're talking to, bro.
I'm just saying, dude. Some people like
my dad already bought tickets for that movie, bro.
Like, there you go.
Like but literally, we go to all these movies together. We buy tickets a month in advance, like it's our shit, bro. It's how it's like. That's literally, dope. I fucking love superheroes like that. Yeah. Speaking of my dad, he got married.
Oh, he did?
He just got married out in Vegas. It was him and his girlfriend's 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
They got married by Elvis out in Las Vegas.
That's actually pretty sick.
At like some like reception center. Yeah, it's fucking awesome,
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to him and Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought my dad would get married again. To be honest, it's kind of crazy. And he said he never would, but like, she makes him happy.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. That's what it matters.
Yeah, showed me like the pictures and like I watched like the wedding video. So he was calling me at like. He called me at like 8:30. I get off so I have a lot of shit that I deleted Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna ask you.
Well, I have been on it, but like I don't have the app anymore, and I don't like go on it. I just went on it the other day so I could answer some messages and then post that so people know like I'm alright. Because like I usually am like posting stories like every day of my food and everything
Twitter
like that.
And stuff too. Yeah,
it kind of was like taking over my life. So I was like, I'm gonna take a step back, take a break from it, and shit, what was I going? I was just saying something.
About,
you guys can hear my dog barking in the background. You hear that?
he's probably like, come pet me.
But yeah, so I deleted Instagram and I was taking a step back from all that stuff. I forget where I was going with that. I had something to say. Shit.
Was it about your dad? With your dad?
Oh yeah, so he was calling me. So I also have like, since I deleted Instagram, I'm like taking a step back from just even like being on my phone all the time. So my screen time has gone down an hour just from deleting Instagram.
Really?
An hour a day, yeah. That's how crazy it was. But he called me at like 8:30. I've been getting off of my phone at like 7:30, like, and just not going on my phone, just going to bed at like 9 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get off my phone and then he's like calling me at like 8:30. And then he calls me at like 9:30, and I'm already sleeping by then. And then he calls me at 10:30, and then like I have a text from my sister, and I'm seeing all this when I wake up the next day. I get a text from my sister like, you need to call dad back or whatever. And then like I answer him in the morning. I'm like, sorry, I was sleeping. Like I got to get up in the morning for work and stuff. And he was like, would you be my best man if I got married? And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah. Or no, he said he actually said this. He was like. He's like, I got something to tell you or something like that. And I was like, oh, you're gay? I already knew that. Or like something like that. And then he was like, no, if I got married, would you be my best man? And I was like, are you going to get married? And he was like, just did. And then he sent me all the pictures. I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, so good for them. All right, my head's not cut off anymore. All right, just trying to make sure anymore. You guys can see my greasy forehead off this light that's right here. we gotta fucking upgrade the lighting eventually. We gotta get like 2 of those like stand up like big like square things, rectangle things to blast at us, and then we'll get like I don't know. We'll do some crazy shit. But yeah, so we talked about like my battling with like mental illness and stuff like that. I'm on meds now.
Oh, really? I was going to ask you, how's your mental health the past?
I had a doctor's appointment, talked to my doctor, and she was like, she recommended some medications and therapy, which I haven't got back to like reaching out to therapists or anything like that yet, but she was going to I'm going to start going eventually, like once a week. Just fucking get some tools to learn how to deal with some of the stuff I deal with. But yeah, I started on some medicine, same medicine as my girlfriend, and we're actually on the same dosage now too, which is like Wellbutrin. Yeah. It's more for depression, but I struggle more with anxiety is what my doctor was telling me, because like I did like a little like survey thing. Oh, okay. So yeah, but I don't know. I haven't dealt with any of like my mood swings or any like lows like I was since I started, and I'm 5 days in.
5 days in, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean I feel fine.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any problems with it. Like I didn't get any symptoms. Like I think the first day I kind of got like itchy skin, like shakiness kind of thing. Oh, yeah, like low. But also, I didn't know if the skin had to do... I got sunburnt because I was at the beach the day before, so I don't even know if like it was. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't like experienced any symptoms or anything like that.
Is there any symptoms?
Dude, the symptom list is like fucking so long. Oh, I was terrified of it, but like my girlfriend said it's fine. Like she's told me all the shit. She's like, you're gonna feel this, you're gonna feel that, you're gonna feel this and this and this and this. And I'm like, I don't feel shit. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
That's kind of good though that she. Like,
yeah, I was like, everyone's different. Like everyone experiences shit different, and I'm someone that like when I take shit, I don't really like. We talked about it, I don't really like feel shit. Like there's certain things like obviously like I can feel the effects of caffeine and stuff like that, but like a lot of things I just don't even feel the effects for, and that's a good thing with like SSRIs, like Wellbutrin is like not getting symptoms. Like her symptoms is like she lost weight, she gets dizzy, like her stomach hurts when she eats too much, and like like she's got a lot of symptoms that she gets, but I don't know if I started the timer.
Is it like it? No.
Oopsie.
Do you have to take it like once every day, or is it,
once in the morning?
Once in the morning.
Which also like I had to add some food in the morning because I didn't want to take it. I usually don't eat till 8. Yeah, but I wake up at like 5. I eat at like 5:15, just like a tiny bowl of oatmeal, and I'll take it then. Yeah. But other than that, it's not that bad. Speaking of drugs, here's a nice segue for you. Speaking of drugs, dude, I really want to take shrooms.
What the fuck?
I want to fucking experiment with some psychedelics. Yeah. I just need to find someone to do them with and someone to be safe.
Joe Rogan.
Well, my girlfriend will be like sober when I do them, and I'll probably hang with her when I do them. Or I'll just do them all by myself and see what fucking happens.
So one day you just like, I just want to do them.
I want to do them. For real? I'm about to turn 20. I low-key might do them on my birthday.
Oh, God.
And I know like my brother's done them in the past and stuff. Yeah. So like if I were to get them from somewhere, I would like ask him like, because like I don't fucking know a damn thing, but like I would like... I trust that my brother would give me, like, good shit, you know what I mean? And I don't want to, like, trip sack or, like, fucking take, like, 5 grams and like, see what let's get high as fuck. Yeah. I want to do it for, like, the whole mental health thing and see, like, because a lot of, like, I just want to microdose it and just, like, go on a trip, like, and, like, try to, like, figure out what's going on in my head and stuff like that. Because a lot of people, like, go into it with, like, bipolar symptoms and they'll just, like, trip sack and then like come out and they have like no symptoms and they're like perfectly fine again.
Is that like kind of like how like I heard like they say like some people smoke they smoke weed for their mental health, like you ever hear that?
Yeah,
like one of my friends like he says like
I'm the opposite. I smoke weed and it fucks my head up like really? I'm the complete opposite when it comes to weed. But yeah, a lot of people experience like people will go in like extremely schizophrenic and they'll take like mad LSD and then they'll come out and they won't be schizophrenic anymore. It's like shit like that happens. But like I want to go on it just to like get more in tune with myself and my emotions and like my head and mindset and stuff like that and see like I don't think anyone should take them.
No,
like,
but
just to fucking get on a trip. Like people take them for fun. Like let's take shrooms and then go to a party. It's like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, because
I would want to do shrooms, go on a hike and like go on like a mental adventure. Like I don't want to trip sack and see like random shit for no reason. I want to like go into the trip like knowing like this is what I'm doing this for. So let's figure this shit out. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Make sure that shit don't affect with your medicine though.
Yeah, no, that's why I also...
that's a main thing, bro.
That's literally also why I don't want to.
Like, you don't be waking up and you're in a hospital bed and you're like, oh, what happened? You did shrooms,
what
man.
What happened? Yeah. Nah, it's not like that. Psilocybin and LSD aren't... They're not like that. Like, they're really not.
That's good, though,
like, I trust me, I've been doing a lot of research on it. Like, I wouldn't just be like, I'll take shrooms for no reason. Like, I've been doing a lot of research and, like, listening to a lot of people, like, talk about, like, their experiences and stuff like that. And I look up to those people, and I know that they're not bullshitting me and stuff.
Now, will you just eat them?
I don't know. Like, a lot of people brew them. Like, they'll boil water, and then they'll pour the water over the things in a strainer and like make like a tea and they'll drink it like that. Or they'll like mix that tea with like a little bit of vodka or something like that. Or like LSD, they'll do that. They'll mix it with vodka because it like doesn't dissolve. Or like you don't want to. I heard like you don't want to take like a tab of acid or LSD with like tap water because like the pH will like fuck with it. So you have to like take it with like either like a highly concentrated alcohol like vodka or you take it with distilled water, like from a distilled water jug or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I've heard a lot of cool shit and like I don't know. I think I could benefit from like just microdosing some fucking psilocybin.
Experiment in your body.
Yeah, my shit's like I'm an ongoing experiment. I like fucking like that's what the whole thing. Like I've always avoided going on medication for my bipolar disorder and my anxiety shit. I've always avoided medication because I'm like I'm a fucking man. Like I'll learn how to deal with this shit on my own. And I've held up for like a while. But like now that like adult life is kicking in, I'm getting really stressed and it's like, all right, maybe like this medicine could help me. And I've kind of grown up from the whole fact of like trying to be a macho man and deal with my problems without like help and stuff like that. So I'm more like just like, all right, let's try the medicine. If it works, I'll stay on it. If it doesn't, like I'll try something else. And like, so but she mentioned a lot of medications and I chose like she let me like pick one. She was like, is there any medications that you want to try? And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, heroin. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's kind of crazy to think. Like, my doctor literally was like, what do you want to take? And I was like, because she was like, there's this, and the only one like I knew was Wellbutrin because my girlfriend's on it, and we've had conversations about it all the time because I was interested in like how it affected her and like why she takes it and everything because I just like learning about shit like that.
Yeah. How long has your girlfriend been on it?
I'm not sure, but she did take a medication prior to that, and it like fucked with her head like a lot.
So yeah, you got.
And my doctor listed that in the list, and I was like, I don't want to take that one.
No, not that one.
But then again, like it affects everyone differently.
That's what I mean. It could affect. Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know. She's been on it for like a bit. She actually just went back to the doctors because you have to go to the doctors and get an appointment every time you need a refill. Just to like see if you still need it and you're not like fucking like asking for more for no reason and stuff like that. Yeah. So she actually like her dosage went down.
Oh,
because like you get waned off of it after a while. Yeah,
they don't make.
Well, if you cold turkey it, you'll fucking experience like your symptoms like worse. But like you got like wane off of it, and then your body becomes like can be like so it's not dependent on it anymore.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to just like cold turkey it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, fuck. What are we talking about today? I got some more shit, but I don't know.
Well, what else you got? What other thing you got?
Nothing really that interesting, to be honest.
Oh, actually, you know what? Yo, who do you got? I don't know if you like ever like look like. I mean, because you haven't been on Instagram for a little bit, but like, you know, you ever see that dude Jake Paul?
Oh, the Woodley fight?
Yeah, it's.
I don't know shit about boxing and fighting like that.
Oh, dude, honestly, I really don't. Low key, I feel like it's gonna be a decent fight. They both look really good.
I don't want what's his face to win.
Paul.
Yeah, just because. Wait, is it Logan?
No, Jake. Jake, yeah. No.
I have the whole thing with like people like that who are like going into boxing. He's like he's a
YouTuber,
an influencer.
Yeah, influencer, yeah.
Fighting a boxer. You know what I mean? So it's like it's fucked up how much money they're making. Dude. Throwing these fucking people that don't know shit about the sport and they just like throw them in. And obviously like he's a good fighter, like no doubt. He's trained his ass off and like he can fight now. Yeah. I just don't like the fact that, like...
But what he did to, like...
He's making more money than boxers who have been boxing for 10 fucking years and, like, trying to make a name for themselves. And he's just like, oh, I'll fucking box. And then went in, like, won a fight, made mad money, and now everyone wants to see him fight people. And it's crazy that, like, someone like him can just, like, jump into the sport of boxing and be at the very top immediately.
And he's only had, like, 3 fights, but... You know what's crazy? They said, like... Dude, if he loses, like, where did you go from there? Because then it's like, you lost.
Now, is this his first fight? He's fighting a real boxer? Well, he fought that one dude that was, like, exhibition, but I think that was staged.
No, I think so. I mean,
because that dude, like,
the dude went down, like,
yeah, he was like fake. It was like a fake knockout. Yeah.
And you could tell, dude.
He probably got paid more to fake it. Yeah.
No, he definitely did. But Woodley is actually. I mean, he's a. I'd say he's a UFC fighter. He's not technically a boxer.
And they're boxing, right? They're
boxing, yeah. Okay. It's gonna be. I think it's an 8-round.
Yeah, but UFC fighters take boxing. They take jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
they learn multiple forms of fighting because that's what it is.
Stand up first. So yeah, I mean,
you gotta know how to box because a lot of people you don't know how to fucking stand up. Like, your stand-up's bad, bro, and you just try to take someone to the ground, but, like, someone, like, is better than you on the ground, like, you're fucked. It's like, you gotta be better than them in something.
They said, I think it's, so Jake, they say they have him at, like, 6 feet, 6'1" or something like that. I think Woodley's, like, probably, like, 5'8", 5'9". So, I mean, Jake's a big dude. Like, I guess, like, in person, they say he is a pretty big dude, and he trains...
5'9"?
Like, huh?
5'9"?
Yeah, that's who Tyron Woodley is. He's
how tall is Jake Paul?
Like 6. Oh, they have him at 6'1", but someone said
he's probably like 6 foot, 5'11".
Probably 5. Yeah.
It's like my height. I'm 5'11".
5'11". Yeah. So he's but yeah, that's actually gonna be kind of like cool to see because like just to see because I mean he does put in a lot of work and stuff.
Motherfuckers like you're like he's talking mad far away from the mic.
What's it called? Yeah, that's going to be a decent fight. I'm actually looking forward to that one. That cool. Should be kind of,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy pay-per-views. That shit's expensive.
Dude, you don't have to buy it. You stream them, bro.
Yeah, but like, I fucking don't want to bug out my computer and shit like that. I tried to stream like a movie off of like some one of those like bootleg platforms and like mad tabs popped up on my shit and I was like, nope. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'd rather buy the movie. My laptop's more expensive than the fucking $20 to rent the movie. All right. I guess that's long enough. Ooh.
Yeah.
My voice was just mad weird. Did you hear that? That was weird. So today we're going to talk about the ways that fitness impact our lives or impacted our lives. Because like we can't say how it's going to impact yours because everyone's different. Which has been like the fucking theme of this episode. Yeah. Everyone's different.
Want to know something crazy? I ran the canal last night and I was listening to a podcast with Joe Rogan and stuff, and he was saying something about how, like, you know how people say, like, when, like, a person's talking about some like, their problems and stuff, and, like, the person says, like, no, I feel you, man, like, I feel you what you're going through. But really...
I hear you.
Oh, but really?
No, I feel you, and I see that fucking fly, too.
And I freaking hear you.
No, it's a very different... I don't say I feel you anymore.
No, I
say I hear you, because you don't fucking feel what someone else is saying.
There's just... Yeah, exactly.
Like, or what they're going through.
What they're going through.
You can listen, you can hear what they're saying, but you don't know what the fuck they're feeling.
Yeah, so I was like, damn. I don't say that shit no more. It's... Yeah, because it's...
Who was that on that podcast? Because I heard that a while back, and I was like, wow.
She's a... I don't know if she's a comedian or she might, or I don't know, she does something with like she has like her own show and stuff, but she's like, I don't know if she was talking about like Stephen King and stuff and like with like his thing, and then like she was talking about like the pandemic.
I don't remember who it was,
but yeah, that was.
But I don't say that anymore.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into the meat of this episode. So I told you to write down a list.
Yeah,
I don't know if I see that you wrote a lot. Oh my god, you did, man! This is my shit. Like I got a decent amount of stuff.
There you go.
But what's some of one of the like positive benefits you've had from fitness and just running or being healthier?
One of the first ones is definitely probably discipline. Like having better discipline, being able to like. You know, like if I was gonna go out with like some friends or something like that, like I'd be like, if we were gonna go and eat shit, like eat food and shit, and like I'd be like, no, like I'm not gonna, you know, or like if we were just gonna go and do stupid shit and stuff, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna go work out. Or I'm gonna go for a run. Blah blah blah. Even times like when I used to always play basketball at the Bourne Rec Center, like I'd be like, no, I'd rather go to the gym and stuff. I'd go to RMA and stuff. So like it did like actually like it helped me because I found something that I liked doing and stuff and I enjoyed doing and it was good for me because I feel like with fitness it's not just like with like getting in shape, all that kind of stuff, but it's like spiritually, like it's being able to like feel good about yourself and like just, you know, knowing that you accomplish something that, you know, most people don't do.
I agree, and also discipline doesn't come out of nowhere. Like you're not just gonna be like, all right, I'm hella disciplined now.
Yeah, it's like
that discipline. Shit builds, that motivation.
Shit builds, man.
Discipline is created through discipline. Mm-hmm. Like that's literally as simple as you can put it. Yeah. And the same thing with motivation. Motivation comes after you motivate yourself.
Exactly.
It's like a weird like paradox, but like say you're someone who like always walks in the kitchen or whatever, and like say like your family or whatever like had cooked French fries, and you grab that French fry. Discipline is created through that first time. You're like, I'm not going to grab a French fry today.
Exactly.
And then the next day, you're like, well, I didn't grab one yesterday, so I'm just not going to grab one today. Like, I don't need it.
It's like a tower. It's like a big giant tower.
Yeah, it's like a Jenga tower. It's just putting like a block down.
Yeah.
Like, and you just build the Jenga tower.
Block by block, yeah.
But then when you eat that one fry, it's like pulling the thing, and then the whole tower falls down.
It comes down.
It's hard to like sustain discipline when you fuck it up like that. So I definitely agree.
Yeah. What's one of yours? We'll just keep telling like whatever.
Obviously, like my so the first thing I wrote down, because like when it popped in my head, I was like, oh, write like 5 things like for negative, and we're gonna talk about positive things first, and then we'll get into like negative things that kind of like affected us or whatever. Because like being healthier and like having goals and stuff like that, it does affect some things negatively.
Yeah.
And like we'll be the first people to tell you that. I will anyways. I don't know about you, but a lot of people don't tell other people, or like I don't know, like in like I watch a lot. I'm saying like a lot.
Don't worry, I do that a lot, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's
don't
like,
worry, man.
It's hard to like spit the words out sometimes.
Man,
you're like, well, you have it all up here, but you gotta like figure out how to say it.
You gotta spit it out.
No, people don't like display properly the things that fitness does negatively. Like people will be like, oh, like this is better. Like you feel like good and stuff. Like we talk about how we like feel good and stuff like that, but it's more like people aren't gonna tell you like, oh, like I lost weight, all my clothes stopped fitting me. I had to go and spend mad money on some new clothes. It's like that kind of sucked. Like I didn't have money for that shit, but like it's like little things like that. Like obviously the benefits outweigh the fucking negatives, but there are some negatives. But one of the positives I had was obviously my whole point of losing weight and stuff like that was to look better. So improved aesthetics, and when you look better, you're gonna feel a little bit better. Like I can stand the way I look in the mirror now. It's like when I first like was like overweight and stuff, I hated the way I looked. So now I can deal with that, and I like that, and I know I'm always getting better. So I know that the way I look like now, I'm not gonna look like that next month or the month after. I'm gonna look a little bit better every single month, and that's what this cut has been like. It's been like I'm getting leaner, but I'm looking bigger instead of like starving myself. And like previously I starved myself and I just became like a smaller version of what I already was. But now it's like I'm losing fat and adipose tissue in like places that I want to lose it, and like I'm 200 pounds, but my abs are showing like they're showing when I was 180. When I was starving myself. So, it's like I feel so much better, 20 pounds heavier. It's like, but like I wouldn't have known that unless I fucking did it right instead of doing it the wrong way. But what's something else that was like a positive impact on your life?
Definitely relieving stress. Like that was like one of the things like that I was going through at the time, because I lost a friend in a car accident. I lost a family member too, so I was going through that.
Rest in peace.
I wasn't doing like really that good in school and stuff like that semester. I might have failed a couple of classes and stuff, so I wasn't doing good in that and stuff. So that was like when I was kind of like a little at the bottom, rock bottom. I wouldn't say really rock bottom, because there's always like you'll always be lower than like rock bottom. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's like we say we're at rock bottom, but like man, like there's always someone that is worse than.
Think about Afghanistan.
That's what I mean, dude. Like
people living in fucking caves, scared shitless.
Get no fucking food.
Put this in perspective. We have houses and shit like that. They're out there living in caves with doors, right? And they go to sleep every single night, terrified, scared for their lives. Yeah, man. Because they don't know if someone's going to kick in that door and take them out and cut their heads off for no fucking reason.
Exactly.
It's like, what? Like, we don't have to deal with that. So, like, be grateful. You're a bunch of pussies. Yeah. Like, we don't have to be worried about someone coming and stealing us out of our beds and chopping our heads off.
Exactly, man. Like, it's true, though. So, it's like, that was, like, one, and, so that's, like, what another thing that, like, fitness definitely helped me in with, like, I'd say, like, spiritually, like, just being able to, like, connect with myself more and just like, know who I really am too and stuff, like at times, like when I want to give up, it's like, I'm not going to give up because...
Yeah, and that's what that builds discipline.
That's just shit. That's what I mean.
Reflects right back to building discipline,
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so stress and relieving stress is definitely a big thing. That helps me a lot. But it comes to a point where that's not always going to be like a stress reliever because like your mind kind of gets accustomed to it, so it's like...
Yeah.
That's why I like went to my doctor and stuff. Because usually I'm not that stressed out because I'm pounding weights and I'm fucking feeling good, looking good and stuff like that. But like then you start getting stressed out about other things while you're doing that, and it's like it's not working anymore.
Yeah, no, I
you know what I mean. So like that's why I kind of
definitely-
turned to my doctor to like get some advice, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, maybe we should try some medication and stuff like that." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, we can try it. If it doesn't work, I'm getting the fuck off it.
Yeah.
Fuck these flies. There's fucking flies flying around us. What the fuck?" So another thing I have written was improved energy and productivity.
Ooh, that's
And performance in the gym, which is kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
So, at the start of my journey, like when I went keto and stuff like that, which is obviously like I didn't have to go keto. I could have like still ate carbs and stuff like that. It was just the route I chose to approach it that way. Is my weight loss. So I used to wait. I was literally like after the whole keto flu thing, which is really just like electrolyte deficiencies and stuff.
Yeah.
I literally was waking up at like 4 a.m, like ready to go. Like I just felt amazing because like my diet was so fucking shitty, and you don't realize like how shitty you fucking feel. You're like, oh, I feel fine until you start like eating super healthy, and then you're like, I feel fucking amazing. I feel like fucking Superman.
Yeah.
Because your body's not fucking congested and inflamed with all this fucking like processed shit and all this grease and like fatty foods and stuff. Because I was eating pizzas and fast food and takeout like every other night. So it's like I cut that out and I stopped drinking juices and shit like that. So like constant drip of sugar in my body all day.
Oh, yep.
Dude, I'm surprised I didn't get diabetes. Like literally, I could have. Like my doctor literally told me that was one of the things she's told me. Like other than like high blood pressure and hypertension and stuff, she was like, "You're like pushing it." You know what I mean?
that's
Like you're
crazy.
about to get diabetes, kind of thing. Wow. And I'm fucking grateful I didn't, bro. Because that would
man,
suck.
dude, that would have, bro. Like that's
would have ruined my life.
Exactly, dude. That's I know. I had a friend that had diabetes, like. But it's crazy because he was. It wasn't like he was overweighted. It was just he was just born like that.
Yeah.
Like, it ran in his family. So
yeah, but I was waking up wicked early, getting shit done. Like that's when I like started like really like teaching myself like about diet and nutrition and stuff like that. And I was just constantly like, I want to learn. Like I want to like do stuff.
Books and
then I started my YouTube channel and I was pumping out 2 videos a week. And then I started a solo podcast, 2 episodes a week, 2 YouTube videos a week. I was training 6 times a week. I was eating fucking mad. Dude, I literally was Superman. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I can do everything.
like anything, yeah.
And then I was going to the studio every single week.
Yeah, you were
Like,
dropping.
I was doing a shit ton of stuff all at once. Obviously, like I got burnt out a while. After a while, I was like, all right, it's
At some point,
I need to chill.
You gotta like,
Yeah, you can't always do that, but yeah, and I don't know if you can relate to that, but definitely, I definitely was more productive and had more energy and stuff like that, which also, fuck that fly.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking get that.
I'm about to kill it, but yeah, and that like directly correlated with my performance in the gym. I started lifting heavier and getting stronger because I had more energy to do so. I wasn't dragging my ass in the gym like, all right, here we go again. It was more like, I'm ready to go to the gym now, so let's go lift some shit, heavy shit. What's something else that I'm like exercise, not even just exercise in general, because like just like overall being healthier, like how did it impact you? Another way, because like it can be like, oh, like exercise made like exercise, I started lifting weights, I built muscle. It's like, obviously, motherfucker, but like just like overall like being healthier, like with like having smarter, like healthier habits when it comes to like your nutrition and like being consistent in the gym and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As a whole, how does that impact you? Because like obviously eating better, you're gonna feel better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's deeper. It's really deeper.
Yeah.
Than that.
Or it definitely helped me with my insecurities and stuff, with like a lack of confidence and stuff, like things like that, because I never really had confidence in myself.
Yeah, that's one, building confidence.
That's,
I don't know. I think I might have that written down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my next one. That's mad funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, confidence. And that also, like, so with confidence, I had a better human interaction.
Yeah,
because
I had that too. And I had also better overall mood, better mindset too and stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, I became more confident in myself because I started looking better. So I wasn't like I wasn't wearing hoodies all the time, like trying to hide my fatness and like my insecurities, like. And I started feeling better. Started like I used to like walk like this, bro.
Really? Yeah.
And like now I walk like this. I literally walk like this. I got a big ass chest.
Yeah.
Like I'm like proud of the way I look and I carry myself with confidence. Like you can tell by looking at me, like walking, like I'm confident.
Yeah.
I might look angry, but I'm not. I'm a pretty
not
happy
angry.
person. Fuck off, you stupid fucker. Did I kill it?
Oh, it's right behind you.
No
Shit,
way.
it was.
Where?
It was like right here.
Fuck.
Down that way.
Sorry, guys.
Shit,
This fly's
fucking-
pissing me off.
Fucking sucks.
But yeah, I carry myself with confidence now, and that just makes everything better. I started talking to people more. People started approaching me more.
Yeah,
like people look at you differently and smile at you instead of like looking at you like that motherfucker's fat. And it's sad because I kind of like I hate it, but like it's just like how people are. But like I see overweight people now, and I kind of like do the same thing. It's like but I try my best when I see people, when I see anyone, doesn't matter what you look like or anything like that. I try my best to keep my eyes, make eye contact with you, smile or say hello or like something because I know what it feels like to like not like be approached and shit like that and just feeling like you're alone in this world. So
no, that's definitely a thing. Like you can even see like when I'm at the canal and I'm running and stuff. Like I remember like a couple weeks ago, I actually witnessed it was these two girls. They were like walking and stuff, and they were like, you know, they probably went to like the gym and stuff because they were probably in shape. They were pretty in shape, but they were like, I could tell they were like making fun of like another like group of like couple girls that were like probably, you know, overweight and stuff, and I could actually hear them. I was like, damn, that's like how could you just do that? You know what I mean? Because like you don't know what they're going through and stuff. You know, they might, you know, anytime they could have a, you know, so it's like. You know, but that's just the hate in this world that just builds up over time and over time.
So
and that's just...
my girlfriend will say stuff that I don't like judging other people and stuff like that, and I'll correct her on it. I'll be like, "Don't say that." Like, I don't like that. No, it's
good though. Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, and I think she's getting a little bit better with it. But like, anytime she like judges someone and stuff like that, I'll correct. I'll be like, you shouldn't say that about that person. Like, that's disrespectful and rude. And then she'll like tell me like why she's saying that. So I get an explanation as to like why she thinks.
People always have a reason why to do it. And, it's like,
some of the reasons she has make sense. I'm like, all right, you didn't tell me that. So like, I think like when when you call someone a name or like judge them by like how they look or whatever it is. You can't do that. You can't say that in front of me without giving context because I'm gonna be I'm gonna be like, why the fuck? Like that's rude as fuck. Like don't do that.
No, that's
and
good,
I hate that. So like I'll be like, why'd you say that? Like that's fucked up. And she'll be like, well, like back in high school, like blah blah blah, this happened, blah blah. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
So that was like someone that she knew.
Yeah,
it wasn't like she was just like she saw a guy and was just like, oh, I'm like
and it's funny. Yeah, no, it's not like that.
So then
sometimes it is like I do that too, and I correct myself. Like the other day, like. We were on a walk or whatever, or like I don't know, we went to the store or something like that, and I said something disrespectful to like someone like joking around with her, and she was like, "That's fucked up," and I was like, "Yeah." So she's starting to do it to me too, which I like. That's good. Like we're both like trying to like correct ourselves.
No, definitely, that's good though.
All right, something else. Let's see. Improved cognitive function and clarity. No more brain fog. So this goes along with like the whole like improved energy kind of thing. Because I notice I can fucking think now. I can think and I'm so much more in tune with my thoughts and like my emotions. And I'm actually getting better at it like as we speak due to the whole like mental health thing. Like I'm trying to get more in tune and like think while I'm thinking kind of thing. Like oh, like when like those like thoughts you have that like just pop in your brain. You're like, why the fuck? Like
why are you thinking?
They're just like random shit. Like just like random shit. Like. I'm like, I don't know, just like random shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you don't have control sometimes over like what just pops in your head. So like when stuff like that like pops in my head, I'm like, why did I think that? And I kind of like break it down and I'm like, okay. But like I'm trying to get more into
clear kind of like
instead of the fact like that shit pops in my head, like I'm just like, well, whatever. Just like fuck it. Like that just popped in my head, like whatever. And and that has a lot to do with like I feel like when I ate like shit and stuff like that, I didn't think. Like I was just like, you're kind of just like going about your day with like no intent.
Yeah.
You're just like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm gonna eat this, and then it's like, all right, what are we doing tonight? Like we drinking? It's like you're kind of just like moping around, like just not. But now it's like I'm like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, all right. I wake up, I'm like, shut my alarm off. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go in the bathroom. I go pee. And I'm just like thinking, like in my head, like while I'm doing shit, I'm like, all right, I'm going to make this oatmeal. And like, I'm just like thinking. And it's like, everything like has structure now. And I'm
it's all, like,
I got to leave. I check my watch. I'm like, I got to leave in like 10 minutes. And then okay, that gives me 5 minutes to like say bye to my girlfriend. And it's like, I just like think and I do everything with intention to like, be
all
like
that little task that lead up like, to like they're all structured and then I go to work.
And then I go to work and I'm like, all right, like after work, I'm gonna like drink my pre-workout and I'm gonna lift and I'll come home and like we record the podcast and like I know I made sure I had everything ready for the podcast and it's like I'm just like, and that, like I said, that's why it goes like with the productivity and stuff is just like I can think and like when I went keto it was crazy, like
you were just
because I was eating all whole foods and stuff like that, so I was just like all these thoughts were hitting me and shit, and I felt so creative, and like I was like, wow, like it was ridiculous because I was just like clogging my brain and like everything in my body with just like shit. It's like I don't know. So that's definitely something that I've noticed, like being healthier and exercising is just you're able to like think more and be more creative and stuff like that. Also, like less inflammation, bloating.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one. Yeah,
like hangover like symptoms. I noticed like when I was eating like shit, and you'll notice this like the whole like you go to Thanksgiving or Christmas and you eat like fucking shit and all the food, like all the desserts at the end of the day and stuff like that, and then you go to sleep and you just wake up and you feel like shit.
Oh
like,
no,
you feel like you just like drank and and you have like hangover symptoms because like you ate too many like carbs and like shitty food, like you just ate too much of it. And I noticed like after like I don't get that anymore, like at all. Like I wake up and I feel refreshed. I feel good. I make sure I get a good night's sleep. And if I don't, I kind of break it down and I'm like, all right, well, what did I eat last night? How much of it did I eat?
Yeah.
When was the last time I had caffeine? Like I kind of like break it down and know like why I didn't sleep good last night. Yeah. But it's never because I ate like shit yesterday, which was every single day when I was overweight. I was eating like shit and I was sleeping like shit. And
that's another thing that for me like another good like impact was like my sleep, because before when I was like eating shit and just not really caring about what my body was looking like and stuff, I would say my sleep was like terrible and stuff, or I just sleep way too much.
Yeah, and then you just feel like shit.
Yeah, exactly. So now it's like
you sleep too much, you'll feel like shit. So.
Exactly, and then like if you like, I know like they said like you're not really supposed to take naps during the day. I mean like I think it's like over an hour or something like that you're not supposed to take a nap because it can like ruin your like sleep.
Your cycles.
Yeah. So like I used to do that. I used to sleep like I used to take a couple naps.
Come home from school and you just nap.
Just fucking lay down on the couch, watch a TV, and then you just now I don't really do that because I'm always doing that. Like you know what I mean? Like
I make sure I'm like I don't take like I said like I don't even like necessarily fall asleep when I take like my naps, quote unquote naps on my lunch break. I just close my eyes, I just relax, and I just like let my thoughts go. Yeah, I have the podcast going, so like I never like fall asleep. Yeah. But like it's just like relaxing. Yeah. Like I'd rather just relax. I think you should always take time out of your day like to relax. And that's the same thing with when I come home and pet my dog. It's just to like chill and relax for like 20 minutes and then I'll get going again.
Do you ever feel like when you're like other than like when I'm like running and stuff, like when I listen to a podcast, but like when I'm like just chilling, relaxing and listening to a podcast, like I feel like it's the best thing. Like you just like everything's just so good.
Literally like I go on my walks, I always listen to podcasts.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
And I'll go back on my feet because I watch podcasts. I have like 6 that I like listen to. And like I'll listen to all of them, and then it's like, fuck, well, like they haven't released a new episode yet, so I have to go back in the feed all the way back to when I didn't listen to episodes and like listen to old ones. Yeah, it fucking sucks. All right, well we can, and like, so I always felt like tired. I noticed like I definitely always felt tired and like sweating,
just drowsiness, and just like you feel like you
just feel exhausted all day. And you're like, why do I feel so exhausted? Probably because you're putting fucking literal
tons of
toxins in your body. Yeah, it's like just like you're not built for all that food. So eating, even just like say you still eat the same amount of calories, which I highly doubt you'll be able to, in just whole foods, you'll feel amazing. Like say your diet is fucking terrible. You're eating like 5,000 calories a day without you even knowing it. Yeah. If you swap those 5,000 calories out for 5,000 calories of whole food and you hit your protein, I doubt you'll even be able to. Like, you'll be like, I'm fucking stuffed. Yeah. And, like, that's why dieting works. Like, that's literally why it works. Because when you eat whole foods, they're much harder to overeat. So. Yeah. All right, we can get into the negatives now. Did you write negatives? You talk about some negative shit?
I had like a couple of them. Like, just like
there's some like basic shit.
Yeah.
How is like what's one of the ways that fitness and being healthy and stuff has negatively impacted you?
I mean, so there was times like if I like if I'm doing like a exercise wrong or if I'm overtraining, I'll like injure, I'll pull like something in my shoulder, or I'll get like you've gotten a back knot right before? Yeah, those things suck. So, you know, and I always, like, when I, like, sometimes, like, I used to never really get injured, like, because I really wasn't, like, I played sports, but I was never, like, I never, like, did anything to, like, my arm. I never broke anything and stuff.
Lift smarter, not harder, you dumbass. No, I said lift smarter, not harder.
No, I know. Oh, I know that now, but, like, just at times it's just, like, you know, you're, even, like, the littlest things, like, you do, you wouldn't think, like, just putting
Dude,
up
that's good. I didn't think of this one, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that you actually wrote this down, because I didn't write this down.
Yeah.
But, dude, my girlfriend makes fun of me, basically, because I'm a pussy. All right? Guys, I'm a pussy. So, we'll be, like, cuddling or whatever, and she'll just, like, today I hit chest, right?
Yeah.
She'll, like, wrap her arm around me or, like, lean on me and, like, her elbow will just, like, dig into my upper chest the tiniest bit, and I'm like, ow. Like, it fucking hurts, dude. Like, my chest is sore as fuck. I was just pressing and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, she's like, I'm always hurting you. And I'm like, no, babe. Like, you just gotta realize I'm sore. Like, I'm breaking down my body every single day.
Yeah.
So, like, certain parts of my body are gonna be, like, fragile because they're trying to fucking recover from the hard training session I just did. You know what I mean? Is that kind of like what you're talking about?
Pretty
like, you just kind of feel, like, sore and stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
and that's a good feeling. I mean, it can be terrible. Like, it can't be, like,
it can be
constant.
tough.
You gotta give your body time to rest. Well, I mean, unless you're David Goggins, but, like...
Oh, my God, dude, yeah.
You gotta give your body time to rest. And that has a big thing to do with, like, sleep, because your body recovers when you're sleeping.
Yep. And
Dude, all your gains happen when you're sleeping.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
like, your gains... That's why I hate when people are like, oh, I gotta, like hit these like gotta get some protein in the anabolic window. It's like, bro, your body's not building muscle throughout the day.
Yeah, no.
You fall asleep and it's like, all right, this motherfucker just tore down his fucking muscles, so let's build them bigger so that way when he does it again, we can handle it a little better. And that's how, like, muscle building works. But yeah, I'm always, like, sore, and she always makes fun of me because she's always hurting me unintentionally. But, like, yesterday, I had the Theragun, and I had her, like, blast my... Dude, I added 2 different exercises to my leg days. I added step-ups and, like, back lunges.
Oh, for my
glutes. Dude, my ass is still sore from that, like, 2 days ago. And I was like, oh, let's use the Theragun just to, like, get some blood in it, in my glutes. And she was like, because, like, I was like, oh, my ass hurts. She was like, you want a massage? I was like, yes, please. So I gave her the gun, and, like, we were watching a movie, and I had her doing that. But she just, like, immediately when we first started, she just started, like, just went hard as fuck. I was like, babe, like, fuck, ow. Like, it fucking hurt, dude. It really hurt. And then she was like, she was blasting this side a lot more because this side was, like, more sore than the other side, unfortunately. But she was like, I was like, you know, you got to do the other side too. She was like, yeah, but this side hurts more. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why you got to do the other side, because this one's, like, sore as fuck. But I definitely can relate to that, like, being sore and stuff like that. And tweaking
things,
here and there,
little things, not even
like,
just like the big things, but just little things.
Yeah, there was a point in time for a while, so I started doing, like, more like barbell rowing movements and stuff like that. Dude, I've kind of found, like, what works for me and stuff like that, and, like, how to not injure myself and how to not have, like, tweaks like that. Oh, there's a timer. But it's like doing rowing movements and stuff like that. I found that it, like, impinges my like a nerve up in my traps or something like that. So, like. And I think it has a lot to do with sleep too, because I'll sleep, like, with my head sideways sometimes. So, like,
you feel
if I, like, bend down, like, I can feel, like, the nerve, like, pulling kind of. But it's like I'm not that big of a pussy. Like, I can deal with it. Yeah. But that's definitely something I can relate to. Yeah. All right. Well, we kind of touched on this a little bit. I feel like these ones are longer than, like, the basic ones for the positives, but we touched on this a little bit earlier. Like, you said it, like, unintentionally, but, like, less of a social life.
That's. I was gonna say, like, being a loner, kind of, like, in a way.
Yeah,
like,
literally
that's
being an alien. Like, you're literally an alien to everyone else. You're like, it's like, yeah, and it's good that, like, we connected because now we're both aliens. We can just be aliens together.
We're in a little
like, fuck it. Yeah, we'll be on our own fucking
little spaceship.
Yeah, own type of time. But like, I lost all my friends. Like, we talked about this in, like, the last episode or, like, 2 episodes ago or whatever, but. Yeah, I don't go out and party. I get invited all the time to, like, hang out and do stuff, and I'm like, nah, because then I have to prep, cook, and, like, bring my meals with me, and I don't want to be that guy, and, like, unfortunately, like, I got this to do, and it's like, I want to go to the gym, I still got to train, but if I go with you, then I won't be able to train till, like, 8. It's like, I don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's just, like, priorities. Like, your priorities are different, so, like, and people don't understand why, like, you're not hanging out with them. They just like, all right, fuck you too then. It's like no, bro, no, like, I want to hang out with you. I just, like, have goals. I gotta train, I gotta hit my macros. Like, I don't want to go hang out with you, and you guys are gonna eat Subway tonight, and I'll be surrounded by you guys eating Subway and not be able to eat. And it's like, I don't want to, I just don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. So No, that's a good one though. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and like I hate, and it's also like I don't want to be around people that just like neglect their health.
Yeah, I don't want. That's a good thing too, and also like being with people that don't have any goals, or like might have goals, but they're not really like. They might say that they're really like on them and stuff, and like they're like.
But they're not.
They're not. Yeah, because they're doing what they're doing. Like, so it's just.
Yeah, I talk to like people all the time who like stare at their phone all the time. Like, dude, my screen time is 2.5 hours a day, and most of that time is. I'll literally check it right now just to fucking prove it. Hold on. Most of that time right now is probably going to be in my notes because I'm like writing shit for the podcast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, screen time today, 2 hours and 9 minutes, down 20% from last week. Let's see. See all activity today. 26 minutes in my notes. 14 minutes. That's the most I have. 26 minutes in my notes is the highest one. Then I got 14 minutes on YouTube because I watched one YouTube video today, and then. Like, dude, like nothing. Like, literally. I know. So, actually, today, I've been on my phone an hour and 37 minutes. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, and, like, I'll ask people, they're like, I'm not even on my phone that much. I'm like, pull up your screen time. And they're like, oh, I don't even have that.
Dude.
They pull up their screen time because I'm like, yeah, you do. It's in your settings. They pull up their screen time. It's like 7 hours, and, like, 4 of that is on TikTok. I'm like, dude.
Yeah, or on, like, fucking Instagram and shit.
Yeah,
or,
that's
like,
why I took Instagram
that's just
off
annoying,
my phone.
Man.
Because of that. And they're like, I don't have time to do anything. I'm like, oh, really?
So you have time to fucking
stare at your phone for 4 hours on TikTok and Instagram, but you don't have time to like work on your goals or anything like that. And that's what people like say, like, oh, I am working on my goals.
That's why they fall behind because they're too busy of like doing
and
things.
I'm like, you got a lot of like things better. Like you can do so many things other than scrolling through your thing to be productive. And they're like what? And I'm like.
Doing a podcast.
Do a podcast. Obviously, podcasting isn't for everyone, but this is something we enjoy.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do from the start, but like go find a hobby.
Go read a book or something.
Go read a book. Yeah. Go read a book. Go find a hobby. Go for a walk. Spend some more time with your family. Like
exactly. Those type
pet
of
your
things.
dog. Like I do. Like do something. Like, why you what's so like? I get it. I get why people like stare at their phone because they're like, oh, I'm bored. But it's like. You gotta be able to deal with boredom without having your phone. Imagine if no one had phones in society today.
Oh my god, they'd be fucked. There'd be so many people that'd be so fucked.
So say they just like ban phones. Like everyone would be like, what? It's like what's the point of life then? It's like, are you serious? It's fucking ridiculous. Wow. And that's why I talk we talk about my girlfriend a lot on this podcast because she's like the only one I hang out with other than you on fucking twice a week. So it's like I always talk to her. I'm like, she always stares at her phone and stuff like that. And I'm like,
yeah, she's
I'm like, get off your phone. I always take her phone away from her and I'll just like put it on my counter or something like that.
Is she like, do you like, let's
she's gotten so much better at it.
Oh,
like
that's good.
Being off of her phone, like spending quality time with me, even if we're just not even talking.
Yeah.
Like we'll go for a walk and we don't bring our phones.
Oh, so that's good. So
it'll be like quiet for the beginning of the walk for like 20 minutes or whatever. And then like we'll have conversation. Because like we didn't see each other for like a day or two or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's great. Like those are like those are honestly my favorite times with her. Like we just like talk. And it's like great because like that human interaction, like you need that shit in life rather than like talking through a screen. Like we don't text. I don't even text my girlfriend. She texted me good morning. I said good morning. I'll text you when I leave work. I worked fucking my 8-hour shift. I lifted for an hour, and then she texted me. Or I texted her, I'm like, leaving work now. And she was like, okay, you're recording a podcast today. I said, yep. She was like, oh, okay. I made you something today. I was like, all right, cool. I'll text you when I'm done.
So, like, the small...
That's it.
Yeah.
It was like 5-minute conversation. That was it. Because, like, I just like talking to her instead. I'd rather, like, see her face and see expression.
And stuff,
I love it.
Being on text and...
And that's why all these bitches don't get a damn time of day. You know what I mean? That's why I was single for a year and a half. Because I was like... These fucking girls are boring. Like they're all just gonna stare at their phones and like all they want is like sex and money. And
do you ever see like the like if you ever go out like to eat or you can go out to public, you'll see like a couple and like sometimes like one of them will be on their phone.
They're just staring at their phone. It's like and you do this.
Like
the guy's like this, like first date. Like, and that's why like I didn't want to like hang out with like that's why I actually went on a date with a girl and we went thrift shopping. And, like, it was cool, but there were moments where, like, I had my phone in my pocket, like, the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Other than, like, getting directions to where we were going or something, or putting music on in the car or something like that.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was like, I'm not going to go on my phone. Like, I want to spend time with her. I'm going to, like, learn about her and stuff like that. Yeah. But there was times where, like, we went to Five Guys and we got food, and it got quiet.
Oh,
and then she went... Oh, you know what I mean? Like pulls out the phone. And it's like
fucking. So you know what?
Like let's talk. Let's talk about something. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? Like we did talk. Like the conversation was good, but there were times where I got quiet and she would reach her phone. And now I catch myself like because now I don't have Instagram because that's what I would do. I would just like if I was bored, I'd just go on Instagram, start scrolling. Now I'm like, I'll go on my phone. Like I'll catch myself like bored, and I'll pull out my phone and I'm like, oh, I don't have Instagram, so I'll just put it back in my pocket and I'm like, I'll just deal with being bored. Because like a lot of people can't deal with being bored anymore, and it's like it's part of life. Like you just have to be.
Especially when you get older each year, you just you have
to deal with just like not doing shit for like an hour or whatever it is. And like obviously like I'm a good worker too because I'm not on my phone because I don't scroll through, and like all my coworkers are scrolling through TikTok and like Instagram, and I'm like, what can I do to like do something? Because like I'm not gonna sit here and scroll on my phone. Like, I'm at work. So that's something. We just went on a little fucking wild rant about social media and shit, but
that's a good one though. That's definitely
another negative I had written down was less enjoyment from food. Like you only do it on occasion.
I was gonna bring that up about with my family being Italian and stuff, and like both of my grandmas are amazing cooks and stuff. My mom is too, and it's just that's like one of the hardest things, like to be able to like, and that's like what comes with discipline in a way too, because like. You're kind of saying...
It's priorities.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, do you want to enjoy this food every single day of your life, but be unhealthy and get fat and hate your life and like deal with everything you dealt with when you were unhealthy?
Yep.
Just to enjoy some fucking food? Yeah, it's like, really? It's like, I'd rather eat good 80% of the time and just like enjoy food like every now and then when it's worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's your favorite thing, you're like, oh, I have to have this type of thing. It's not like obviously there's days where you're like, this is my favorite thing, but no, I'm not going to do it today. And that's discipline, obviously. But
exactly,
like I said like earlier, like I'm going to do a cheat day on my birthday. Or the day before my birthday.
If you mind me asking, what do you think you're going to...
donuts for breakfast right when I wake up. I want donuts. I haven't had donuts in like forever.
What was your favorite kind of donut?
I like Boston creams. But me and my girlfriend are gonna go to a bakery, like an actual bakery, instead of like Dunkin' Donuts or whatever. We'll get some real donuts.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
so we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go train, probably hit legs or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna train, and then we're going to Harry's in Bridgewater. They do a brunch on Sundays.
That's cool.
So fucking good.
That's sick,
I know exactly what I'm getting because I used to go there all the time with my dad. It's called the Piggly Wiggly omelet. It's just like a big ass omelet with all the meat, and then it comes with like a couple sides, and then after that. I don't know what we're gonna do for like lunch, but it's gonna be a big brunch, so we might just not have lunch. Maybe we'll get a snack or something somewhere.
Yeah.
But then dinner, my dad booked a reservation at the Brazilian Grill.
Oh,
which is like gas.
So I haven't been there. Like I haven't been there honestly.
They just give you meat.
Really? It's just meat.
Literally, they'll come over. So it's like they'll ask you for your drink, like what you want to drink, and then they'll be like, all right, we'll be out and like whatever, and they come with your drinks, and then they come out. They have a big like stick of meat. Just cut shit off, cut the meat. They're like, this is chicken. It's like marinated in this, blah, blah, blah. And then they just put it on your plate. They just cut some on your plate. They're like, do you want some? And you're like, yeah. And then they cut it on your plate and then they leave. And then they come back like 10 minutes later, different type of meat. You want some? This is lamb. This is lamb, blah, blah. And they just do that.
Do they put veggies on it and stuff? Like,
it's just meat. All you eat is meat.
Wow, no shit.
And then at the end of the night, they come out with this fucking gas pineapple. And it's like grilled pineapple, but it's grilled and then coated in cinnamon sugar.
We're gonna have to go one of those days during the carnivore.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeez, that's gonna sound fucking bomb, bro.
But yeah, we're doing that, and then I don't know, and then the next day is gonna be like a double day.
2 days, yeah.
Because we're doing that the day before my birthday. Yeah. Because my dad booked a reservation. That was the only time that he could go. So then we're also doing the next day. I was like, it's gonna be an actual birthday. I was like, Mom, can you make me chocolate chip pancakes? Because, like, she makes some bomb-ass chocolate chip pancakes. I'm low-key going to have her make it with, like, Kodiak, so I'm still getting, like, protein in.
The protein, yeah.
But, like, it's going to be gas. Then she's going to cook me dinner. So I don't know what I'm doing for lunch, but, like, I'll probably eat, like, a normal meal for lunch. Because I don't want to fucking just, like, be, like, crazy for 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll go to a restaurant or something and get something. Because, like, obviously, like, might as well. But, yeah, for dinner, she was like, just let me know what you want. Because, like, my mom's going to cook because I don't eat my mom's cooking often. So I'm in a battle between... She makes a homemade Alfredo.
Oh, that's
dude, it's fucking amazing. Damn. So I'm, like, in a battle of her making...
You're like,
Alfredo? She also makes a meat sauce. So it's like, I might have her make both of those, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then have pasta or, like, chicken ziti and broccoli. And then, like, garlic bread or whatever. So that's one of the things that she could do. Or... She makes a jambalaya, and it's fucking amazing. Batteries died, but we're good. But yeah, it's got andouille sausage, chicken, shrimp, and maybe like one other meat, and then it's like tomato paste, zucchini, and stuff like that.
That sounds fucking.
It's like it's so fucking good, and it's only like 400 calories a serving.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it's like hella protein because all it is like a bunch of meats.
Yeah.
So like I'll fucking overeat the fuck out of that shit because it tastes amazing.
Fuck yeah.
So it's so it's like I don't know what I want.
He's a balance, like.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because like I have to pick because like it's only gonna happen that day. Like that's because then I'm gonna go right back into my diet and go back into a deficit because it's kind of gonna be like a 2-day refeed type of thing, which should be fun. And like I don't enjoy like I haven't had restaurant food in like ages, so like might as well do it.
If you're gonna have meat, like if you're gonna have meat at the grill with your dad and stuff,
true, I should do that Alfredo.
And stuff.
Fuck, I like that. I like that. All right, maybe, convince me. And my mom's like chicken ziti and broccoli is like amazing, but her meat sauce is mad good too. So like I have to have both of them. So I'll have her make pasta. I'll have her make the Alfredo. I'll have her make the meat sauce, and then I'll have one plate with chicken Alfredo, and I'll have another plate with pasta, meat sauce, and garlic bread. That's how we're gonna do it. Oh, garlic
bread. Yeah, that's bomb, man.
So, what's something else that you had written down for negative?
That's like some of the stuff that I had written down the food and the
back to what we just said, like less enjoyment for food because you kind of like have to eat like less tasty foods in order to stick to it because like the more tasty like foods you eat, the more chance you have of overeating them. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you kind of have to like just like do like it's like an 80-20 rule. 80% of the time be on your diet and be strict, and then 20% of the time when it's like you need something, you know what I mean, when it's like your favorite food or like I don't have cheat days or cheat meals. Like I said, I struggled with binging, so like obviously that was cheating, but like coordinated days I never have. Like that shit was all by accident, but like I don't know, I feel like I'm in a good place now. So
that's good then.
What was something else you had?
That was like pretty much the stuff like the loan.
You didn't have a lot of negative stuff.
I was at the time like I was in like I had like a brain fart or some of that, so I wasn't really.
That's fine. I got some stuff.
You got some stuff,
I struggled with so I have an addictive personality, so like addictions like to the food scale and the like swaying myself, looking at myself in the mirror, and like body dysmorphia stuff. So I struggled with some of that for a while. And that, like, everyone's different. Like, some people can lose weight and, like, not be obsessed with that. But, like, I feel like for the longest time, like, I was so overweight. So, like, just seeing my body change, I got addicted to it. And seeing that weight go down, I got addicted to it. So I struggled with that a lot. And it's, like, that's why maintenance is, like, I want to do that. I want to do something, like, where I don't have, like, a specific, like, I want to lose this amount of weight or I want to gain this amount. I want to be, like, I want to, like, weigh myself this time, eat for a month, and then weigh myself and still be the same weight. Like, I just want to try it because it's really important. So that's something I definitely struggle with, and I still do today. I still like walk by a mirror and I'm like, check the abs real quick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still do it. Like, and I'll look at myself, but also like I'm about to be a bodybuilder, and like every single bodybuilder has like some sort of body dysmorphia. So it's like it's normal. And it's like I'm taking it to the extreme because I like hold myself to such a high standard. And most people aren't like that. Like, if you lost like 30 pounds and you're happy with yourself and the way you look, then that's fine. But I'm always like, I can look better. Like, I can look better. You know what I mean? So that's like something I struggle with.
It's a good mindset to have, though.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. Like, it's a bad thing when it becomes.
Like, there's pros of it, then there's cons of it too.
It becomes a bad thing when you're like, when it leads to anxiety stuff and stuff like that. And that's kind of like that's why my shit was like up like through the roof because a lot of that
when you
had a lot to do
overthink
with
it
that.
And stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I'm like, why didn't I lose weight this week? It's like, oh fuck. So yeah, just being addicted to that, and also like addicted to like that feeling, like I don't know, the feeling like a pump, like that too.
Yeah, that's
which isn't a bad thing, but it's like
then it's
I don't know. It's just like. Like just being like addicted to I think this is so like the next thing I had was like disordered eating and stuff like that. So there's like anorexia obviously, but there's also orthorexia, which is just addicted to like weighing all your food and like addicted to healthy eating, like, oh no, I can't eat that, it's not healthy, stuff like that. It's like just like bad relationships with food. And that's,
I know what you mean. Yeah, that's a
that's
good
like
one.
A lot of people that like are going carnivore and stuff like that. They're like, I can't eat vegetables because they're bad for me. They're poisonous. It's like no, they're not. You're just like doing a certain thing, and it's like you have to like build like healthy relationships with the food. And I struggled a lot with like, I still like, I don't struggle with like orthorexia anymore. Like weighing all my food and stuff like that. Like if it's like 2 grams over, I'm like whatever. Yeah. But like I used to be like, it has to be at the exact amount. Like I gotta track every single drop of shit that I have. Like I was weighing my salad dressings that were like 5 calories a serving.
Geez,
like,
so
it's like, Yeah, because I was starving myself. So I was eating 1,700 calories, so I wasn't eating enough. So I had to make sure, like, I was hitting that thing because, like, my metabolism was slowed down and stuff like that. But yeah, that's another negative I had. I don't know if you can relate to any, like, disordered eating and stuff like that, like anything of that sort. Because, like, I'm extreme because I was fucking super overweight. So it's And I also, like, developed those habits, like, a long time ago. A lot, like finishing your plate and stuff like that. Because, like, it's like your parents growing up and you're like, oh, you gotta finish your plate or you can't have dessert. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I always clean my plate. I don't leave leftovers. Leftovers are for quitters. So, like, I don't know. But yeah, a lot of, like, disordered eating patterns and stuff like that. And that's a lot what I talked to, like, my doctor the other day when I had the appointment. I talked to her about a lot of this stuff and she was like, I understand. Like, and this medication could definitely benefit you. So, and like I said, I feel good. I don't have symptoms and, like, I haven't felt the need to binge or anything like that.
That's good, though, and it's not affecting
any of your... Dude, I've been on my shit for 3 weeks, like, in phase 2. I haven't, like, I feel good. And it's because I'm eating a good amount. Like, I'm not starving myself, and, like, I'm seeing progress, and also, like, I don't know. I think everything's just going good for me.
That's good, though. That's
another negative I had, which is just simple, is, like, the human interactions I have with people always leads back to, like, my weight loss and fitness. And it gets annoying. Yeah. Well, we talked about that before, but, like, it's not a bad thing, but it's just, like, sometimes it gets annoying. And it's, like, people will be talking to me about, like, whatever they did throughout the week, and then they're like, yeah, but I gotta lose weight. Like, I gotta lose the gut. And it's like, you really don't want to talk about this with me. Like, don't bring it up because, like, we know you're not going to do shit about it. Like, like, I don't want to have those conversations with people who just say it. I want to have those conversations with people who are like, I need to lose weight. I know I want to. I'm going to do it. Like, please help me. It's like, all right, I will. But, like, I don't want people that are just like, dude, I can't lose weight because, like, it's like, bro, it's because you're eating too much. Like, stop. Like, you don't really want it. Like, you just want to want it. Like we talked about before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I had for negatives. I don't know if you had anything else to add.
I was gonna ask you a question. So with fitness, if you like in just one sentence, just in one sentence, what would you describe fitness to be to you? Not to like what do you think fitness is to you? Like a sentence.
That's a good question.
Yeah. I really had to think about this one. Like it was like but I wanted to see what your
fitness is religion. I think it has a lot of similarities to like religions. Yeah. And that's why people are like, oh, it's a lifestyle. It's like, it's true, but like obviously that's really cliche to say. But yeah, it's truly, to me, it's like my religion. Like I don't know, I love it.
Yeah, like a passion
it's my life.
Too.
Yeah, it's a passion. It's everything. That's why it's like people that are like Christian and stuff like that. They're like, oh, God is good all the time. It's like health.
Health is good.
You know what I mean? It's like
all the time.
Being healthy is good.
Yeah.
So like anytime people are like, oh, my sleep's fucked up. It's like, oh, well, what'd you eat last night? Like
exactly. Yeah.
And it's like if people are like, oh, like my sleep is fucked up, but they're Christian. They're like, oh, well, did you pray to God last night? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's why I'm saying it has a lot of similarities.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good question, though. Thanks for asking that.
No, of course. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I think that does it for the episode. The camera's going to die on us pretty soon. But this has been the Fitness Over Everything podcast, a.k.a. the FOEcast, because we wanted to give it a cool name. I'm going to say that. That's going to be my intro, outro. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please share it. Leave a review. Share it with someone that you think could benefit from it. A family member, a friend. A cousin, your aunts, uncle,
grandparents,
everyone.
Your
just
dog,
please share.
Your cat.
We just want to help as many people as possible. But yeah, those are some of the ways fitness has impacted us in our lives, positively and negatively. Cubes, where can people find you on Instagram?
FOEcast123, and then on Snapchat it's FOEcast123.
You guys can find me at the Trevor Violet. I know I am not on Instagram like that, but I'm gonna be back on there pretty soon. But I'm just taking a break for a little bit. But you guys can find me at the Trevor Violet. That's TheTrevor VioLettete on Instagram, and at legendary LEJEHNDARY on Twitter. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a good one.
Peace.